It was also significant that it was Kalonzo Musyoka who is seen as the one who was going to pay tribute to Raila Odinga. But we saw it was the entire leadership from the Ukambani region. All the governors, all the elected leaders were all there following one person. That in itself was significant, Winfred, in as far as sizing up political muscle for all these leaders that have been considered possible candidates for 2027.
First of all, let me put across that the biggest casualty of BAMBA's loss is William Samoei Ruto, because we saw how in 2024 how the Gen Zs were on his sleeves, and the person who came to rescue him was Raila Odinga. And the reason as to why our friend Brian has even become more confused and is now becoming sarcastic is because he has lacked the words to put across.
Fred.
And,
No.
And
I'm
you
not
see,
confused. I'm very sober. You know,
and
I cannot be told I'm confused. You know, that is not right.
Okay.
I'm not confused.
Okay.
I'm in sober state.
Fair enough.
Yes.
that's why he's saying that people cannot elect, people cannot see the political muscle of someone compared to the number of cows he has taken, compared to electricity, and instead of talking about electricity. So yes, so the biggest casualties is William Ruto and his sycophants. Let me call them sycophants because you see, there's a difference between a supporter and a sycophant. A sycophant, when someone tells you, my friend, let us go and kill someone, you'll go without even thinking, where is your conscience as a human being? And if a supporter is someone who will tell you, my friend Gakuna or my friend Oyie, please, try and not do this because this is not right for the people. But you see, this is a government of sycophancy. And people believe that whatever number one says is pure, is the gospel truth. But so the biggest casualties in this scenario, first of all, is William Ruto and his people. And I feel like that is why they were so desperate to show that they are the ones that were mourning Raila the loudest, when the people that were really the real supporters of Raila were crying silently. Like even some of us, we could not even have proper meals because we were feeling like, hey, this man has really made us feel so bad, the loss of Raila. But you see, the pretenders and the people who are feeling like, we are the ones who are supposed to mourn Raila more, were the ones who are at the forefront. So secondly, I want to say Kalonzo Musyoka is one of the biggest friends of Raila Odinga, because this is a man who has stood with Raila Odinga when it was fashionable and unfashionable. Because I am looking at someone who shelved his ambitions, someone who did not follow the government of the day to support the government, but has stood with Raila Odinga in thin and in thick. Who in their sound mind can support you for presidency more than 2 times, if not someone who is your true friend? And you people are actually failing, you're not even winning. Who can really do that? So we can say that Kalonzo Musyoka is a man who has really stood with Raila and is the true political friend of Raila Odinga. And his visitation yesterday, it sent a lot of jitters in the Kenya Kwanza government, because they were thinking, the son of Ukambani, Kalonzo Musyoka, does not know how to mourn his own brother. So yesterday it took them by a shocker, and we have seen them. They are parading their issues online. They are parading their, I don't want to be rude on this television, but they are parading everything that I don't even know how to put the words. But whatever they are doing to what Kalonzo Musyoka did yesterday is absurd, because we can see they are criticizing. They're saying, now that Watermelon has taken some cows there, they were emaciated, some have ticks, surely. What kind of what kind of nonsense is that from Kenya Kwanza bloggers? It is very wrong, because I am looking at the number of cows that Kalonzo took. Actually, single-handedly, he took the highest number of cows, because the other people, even the ones from the Kalenjin community, yes, they took 80 cows, but they took as a group of members of parliament. And First of all, this is good respect. What Kalonzo did was good. It is respect for his own brother, and it is also good for his own political goodwill, because right now he's the talk of town. You see politics, whether they are talking about you negatively or positively, that is publicity. Publicity is publicity. And Kalonzo has really mastered that art of people talking about you. So yesterday, we are seeing people are talking about him. This man, everyone, even the Luos have become confused. They're saying, whatever, we are going to, in fact, I saw some post from someone saying they are going to beg Kalonzo Musyoka to be the deputy president of Ruto so that they can imagine. They are so desperate. There's a lot of desperation in Kenya.
Oyie is not happy when you're saying, because they've insisted that deputy president position has to go to.
There's a lot of desperation.
Oyie, yes. Kalonzo received a rousing welcome by any standards in Siaya yesterday. What do you make of that visit?
Fred, thank you very much. I think we must set straight, the things straight in this morning. And you can't come here using the word confused as if it's only English word you have crammed. You have told Brand is confused. You are saying our region, our whole nation is confused. You need to withdraw that. You're not confused. That is one. No, I'm not going to respond to that. Number two, she talks about shockers and jitters. The shocker is not on Kenya Kwanza, my sister. The shocker goes straight and more imminent to the united opposition. Kalonzo walked as individual, and I think the shocker, why must it go to Kenya Kwanza? That is one. That's such questions. Why? They were talking, I remember, as they were culminating the move to go Raila Odinga at Bondo. They said that the united opposition will be there. We saw the Wiper Democratic Front in Bondo. And again, there's nothing united in that united opposition. What is uniting them? You can't be united on hatred. You can't be united on revenge. So maybe I'll not respond to many of the things. Raila Odinga.
United opposition is not united on hate. It is not united.
From the
There's policies that are united.
Don't try to lecture us here.
You are confused.
Okay. It is the issue of the people.
Government that are confused. In fact, you are from ODM. You're not even from UDA.
You see, friends.
You are the one who is
I'm responding.
Okay, let's calm down.
When they was talking, I was silent.
Let's calm down.
I was silent.
And when you talk over each other, we can't hear anyone.
Yeah, I was silent.
So let's calm down and allow you to finish.
Yes. What are you doing on my time? Relax.
No.
Now, Raila Odinga, in the history of our country and the region, and I think not only in the continent, globally, the person who has been mourned like Raila Odinga was JF Kennedy. The death that have been discussed more, that's the person Raila Odinga and Jesus Christ. There's no any other that can reach where Raila Odinga is. Apart from the JF Kennedy burial and visitation of his graveyard, that Raila Odinga have surpassed him today. The discussion and talk about the death, the most discussed death in our lifetime. Because Jesus alikuwa kitambo kidogo. In our lifetime, it's Raila Odinga. Fred, Raila Odinga's grave site, or the graveyard, where he's sleeping and lying, will be a political holy shrine. And I'm telling you, politics will be shaped from where Raila Odinga sleeps.
What kind of politics did we see yesterday, and how consequential will that be?
And that's where I'm coming. Because you see everybody's running and rushing at the shrine of Raila Odinga, where he's sleeping, the political holy shrine. And the kind of politics that we saw yesterday, Kalonzo moved to Kisumu. I think that was on Wednesday. He met Prof. Anyang' Nyong'o, and then also gave the reasons why he was moving to Bondo, to mourn his brother. And that was also a clear signal. We have never had a problem with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. As a party and as a nation, and maybe as a region. I think for the longest time we were with Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in ODM Kenya, before Dan Manzo ran with the party. And then we had now the ODM. We had worked with Stephen Kalonzo for over 20 years, if I'm not wrong, not only 15 as people put it. Baba taught us that there's no enmity. And we have never had that even when Kalonzo Musyoka was not with us. Kalonzo moved to Bondo to make a proper statement that he was not only mourning a political comrade brother, but a brother beyond politics. These people, I believe, knew each other deeply, in depth. My brothers in here, I think there's something you mentioned. On 30th, 12th, it will be opened again on 30th December. I think we're also wondering and asking ourselves the kind of energy, strength of Mama Ida. She has been there receiving delegations from borders to borders, beyond the continent Africa. I doubt if Mama gets time to sleep, Minpin. We doubt whether she gets time maybe even to have time for our own self. So I think the break is very healthy for
It's not a break. It's actually a booking.
Yes,
that,
exactly.
Throughout between today
at least we can
and
have order.
29th of December.
At least we can have some order.
All right.
Daily.
On
Ladies and
this
gentlemen, we only
visitation.
have less than